hello. What is going on with this? Okay, there we go. Hey, y'all. Did you all hear that my intro was actually going a little cuckoo? I think it was. I'm not sure why. Oh, this light is so bright. I need to turn this light down. It's giving me too much glare. I don't know why, but we've been having some trouble over here in Dallas where we had some internet problems. So I hope you all can see me. And I would yell for my daughter to come and help me right now, but she just got in the shower, y'all. Anyway, I need my door. Okay, let me try to fix this a little bit. But yeah, so as I try to figure this out, I don't know why it's doing this. So I do want to, y'all see how that goes? We're gonna fix this real quick because this is not good. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, that looks more natural. Hey, y'all, I am here. So forgive me for, getting on here, going crazy with everything. I had to get some stuff set up at the last minute, disconnected, and got everything set up. So hello, all of my favorite people that join me all the time here on iRock TV. I'm so excited to have you all, and of course, as always, I have a great topic on today that I really want to talk to you all about. But as I started this new segment about doing book reports, so I have a new book that I want to talk about today that I want to share with you all really quickly. I am in love with Get Abstract. And I tried to sign up to be an affiliate with them and they rejected me. Like, what? Why do you reject me? So I am not an affiliate with them. I am just, let me see, I am um just I've been part of Get Abstract for many years and just listening to their books and everything for I don't know how long. I just love it. And so I'm going to go over one that I have been reading for you all in a little bit. But for those of you all who do not know me, I am Nicolette Barrett, also known as the Get Higher Strategist, where I help career professionals just like you not only land the job of their dreams, but also to create a career that rocks. I am the chief career practitioner and newly certified professional career coach, or no, professional credential coach with the ICF. I don't even know what it's called, y'all. But anyway, I am with the International Coaching Federation. I think you all remember about almost 2 years ago. No, it hasn't been 2 years ago. Maybe about, yeah, I think it was about two. No, it's a little over a year ago. A little over a year ago, I embarked upon a University of Texas at Dallas and enrolled in the executive and professional coaching program. And part of that program, you can get a master's in organizational development. I just really wanted the coaching part because you have to have so many hours, mentor hours, and everything in order to become a certified coach. And one of the things that I was concerned about, because I've been in business for so long, I didn't want to have the what I call the entry level type of coaching certification, which is the ACC, which is an excellent certification. I said, well, I have a lot of experience already, and I should qualify for the PCC certification, because what you need is 100 hours of coaching to get the ACC, and you need 500 to get the PCC, or you need 10,000 hours to become the MCC. So I am working on that one. So I'm like, I got well more than 500. And the good thing is, because I'd already been coaching, it was in their system as well. They had my information. They said, yep, we're going to grant you the PCC. Of course, I had to pass the grueling exam as well. And I'm telling you all, that exam, it took me the full 3 hours. Some people say, "Oh, I took that exam in an hour and a half." I'm like, I don't know. I said either I'm slow or or something, because it was grueling. And what was grueling about the exam, for those of you who are interested in taking an exam, there's very small nuances about the exam where you have to choose the best of the best or the worst of the worst of the answers. All of them are decent answers, but you have to pick the one that is the best of all the answers and the one that's the worst of all the answers, because all of them could work. But as a certified coach, you have to be able to make that little small nuance in order to pick the right one. And thank goodness, not only did I have excellent training from the University of Texas at Dallas, but I have a lot of experience in coaching. I'm like, okay, but I wanted to make sure I took my time and not rush through it. And I took all the time I needed. I said, they gave me 3 hours. I'm going to take all my 3 hours. And I did. So I'm so excited to be a newly professional certified coach now. And now I'm 5 times certified. So I have my CPRW, my CEI, my CIC, my NCOPE, my, oh gosh, what else I got? Now I have the PCC, and I also have the, oh gosh, CPRW. I got a lot of them, y'all. But anyway, I'm 5 times certified now. So that only means that I can help you even more. So, which I'm really excited about. So, I am going to be relaunching some really great things I'm going to be talking about over the next couple of weeks. And today is one of those. And it's really about talking all about navigating. Let me go over here. Navigating the C suite jungle. I'll put that up here real quick. The real struggle of senior leaders in job search, because it is real and it is different when you're a senior leader or aspiring leader. It is indeed real. So before I get to that, I am going to cut over really quickly to my book review. I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. That was quick, wasn't it? Okay, so one of the things that I read today, actually I read a couple of days ago, it's this really great book by our wonderful John C. Maxwell. Where's my books at? John C. Maxwell was where was I? Just looked at it. And so he is talking about. See, this is what happens when you get off course because I was hurrying up trying to do some things, and where is John C. Maxwell? It's so good, y'all. Let me look at it real quick. John, so y'all say hello to me. Hey, that's Stacy. I saw you on there, Stacy. Hey, my sister. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining me. I sure appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope all is well and things are going well with you, Maxwell. Now I'm gonna be mad if I can't find my book review, right? Because it was such a good book. How did I lose it? I lost it, y'all. Where? Oh, here it is. Okay. This is called the ultimate guide for building leaders. Okay, so the ultimate guide to developing leaders. Invest in people like your future depends on it. And I'm speaking to those who hire people, those employers, all that kind of stuff. The ultimate guide into developing leaders. Invest in your people like your future depends on it. And this is written by our famous John C. Maxwell. We already know he's a guru, right? Leadership developer John C. Maxwell. So he wrote a comprehensive guide providing practical tips and insightful wisdom for identifying and nurturing leadership potential within your company. Now, a lot of times we think about or just tapping people on the shoulder and actually putting them in place in those leadership spots, but they're not always ready. So it's going to be very important to invest in those leaders to get them through the pipeline. And that's all what succession planning is critical. And that's what it's all about in an actual organization. So some of the takeaways in his book is basically develop your next leaders by investing in your people. And that could be by way of investing in them to go out to the go and take certification courses, increase their knowledge, have them cross train in different departments. All of those things are basically investing in your leaders. Then listen to your team and learn their needs. It's not always about what you want or the company wants. It's about what do we want. And then when you have this we mentality, then those leaders are more apt to help you build what you're looking for. So companies need to be really focused on that. And then help your team excel at their jobs. Now, if there's a gap, what you do is coach. Now, when I talk to my people about being coached, it's not from a perspective of you're in trouble, coach. It's about coaching on those aspects to change some of those behaviors so that they can excel in those roles. And now you're probably thinking, what does she mean by behaviors? There are certain behaviors that work people or career professionals have that prohibit them from excelling in their role or progressing and propelling in their role. And those behaviors are seen through their work product and work habits. So a good leader will be able to identify that and speak to them about that. Then identify your potential leaders and invite them to the leadership table. OMG. Now, don't just give them a title as a leader, right? Invite them to the leadership table. And what does that entail? That entails critical thinking, making sure that they're understanding what is going on and they have the business acumen to make those decisions and using that critical thinking to make decisions. That's why they're there. So invite them to the leadership table. Then set goals for new leaders and empower them to take action. Yes, they're excited they got promoted, and it's all the feel goods. I remember when I got first promoted back in, I only want to use the 1 9, but back then, if you had 1999, when I first got promoted, it was a feel good. I said, "Oh, I made it to leadership." But now you have to really kind of train them to make sure that they know and empower them to take action. And then motivate them to grow. That was one things I do like about working for the company I work for. They were really, really pushing you to grow, taking all kinds of courses. Not only am I certified 5 times on the career practitioner in the practitioner industry, I'm also 3 times certified in the industry, in the insurance industry field. I have a CPCU. My insurance people know what these are. I have the AIC, the CPCU, and the CLU, and these are like college level courses and intense courses in order to make sure you are professional in your industry. And so they really pushed us to do that. And then challenge new leaders to work as a team, because when one knows something the other one does not, then you bond together to make a powerful team. And it takes a really good senior leader to identify the needs of those teams. Now I'm going to talk to you from a perspective of sometimes when you're not getting that promotion or you're not getting that leadership role or anything like that, it's not necessarily you. It's about the makeup of the team and fit. I always use myself as an example. In corporate America, people know I am fun, jovial, and all this kind of stuff. Very strategic minded, but I am fun and I'm relational and I'm always, pulling the people in. I know how to pull people in and get them to do anything. I'm good at that, but I have a lot of fun. Now you got too many of me on a team, we probably won't get a lot of work done. Now I'll get you motivated and riled up to do it, but then you got to have somebody else. Okay, now sit down and do it. So it's about the fit. So you can't have too many of the same light. So don't get discouraged. Just keep out there until you fit with that team. And then choose your best leaders to develop and mentor them more deeply. Those who are showing even higher potential than your current leaders, take them aside and start feeding into them even more deeply so they can be in place for when succession planning happens. So I would highly recommend that you go out and read the summary. I have not read the whole book, but I read the great summary by John C. Maxwell. And again, the name of that book is The Ultimate Guide to Developing Leaders. Invest in your people like your future depends on it. All right. So yay. Okay. Yeah. Great to see you. Oh, you just left a toxic workplace. So you're looking for work. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I'm so sorry to hear that, Stacy, because when it's toxic like that, I blame leadership. The leaders are not being leaders. They're not standing up and they're not taking control because number one, they probably don't know how, which they need to hire me so I can go in and help them. Or they just, it's all about leadership. I'm gonna give you a case example. One, if my mentee is on here, we had this conversation today. She said, I saw someone come to work today. This is the full week that we are in hybrid. We have one full week and then we are off 3 weeks when we go into the office. Somebody came in their pajama pants and house shoes. I said, that's not that employee's fault. That's that leader's fault. Because under my watch, that wouldn't happen. So if that person came in some pajama pants and house shoes to the actual corporate office, yes, we are casual. You can wear jeans and you can wear, leggings or that kind of stuff. But pajama pants and house shoes, I would say no. You need to go back home, change, and then come back to work. And if you don't come back to work, then you're getting written up. So that's a leadership conversation. So therefore, the leader is, I fault the leader, not the actual direct employee. Obviously, the employee felt comfortable to do that. But anyway, okay. Bullying. Oh my gosh. Yes, that was exactly the problem. And bullying me. I just finished a series on toxic workplace using my experience. Terrible. Thank you for sharing your experience, Stacy, because you don't want anybody to have to actually go through that at all. Oh my gosh, not good. No, bullying in the workplace does not work. So I'm glad that you were able to leave it. And those of you who are in that kind of environment, don't sit there and let it ruin your mental stability. Get out of there. Here's the book again. So this is a great book. So go out here and take that. Again, I read only the summary. I love reading summaries because I get a lot more reading in than having to read the whole entire book. So get Abstract again. This is not sponsored. I don't get any affiliate. They rejected me. I got to find out why. But anyway, so that's what that is. But I am going to go cut to a quick commercial, and then I'm going to come back and then share with our topic. Okay, I'll be right back. And we are back. So, we're talking today about navigating the C suite jungle, the real struggle of senior leaders in job search. So, first of all, we're going to talk about understanding the unique struggles because what I find in for leaders navigating the C suite jungle is basically acknowledging that there's a paradox between senior leaders. And so they have to make sure that they're understanding, although they have the knowledge and the skills, they often find themselves when attempting to secure new positions that they're kind of like a fish out of water. I've dealt with a lot of senior leaders. I'm dealing with one right now. Like, oh my gosh, it's time for me to go and look for something else because number one, I'm not feeling valued. So it's time for me to spread my wings. I've given my all to this organization and I'm still not going anywhere. So it's time to go. So it's not, and for senior leaders, it's just not a mere job search. I always tell all of my senior leaders and C-suite, you're not the typical leader to go out and apply on Indeed. You have to have more of a strategy in order to get that job, and you have to think differently. A lot of times, senior leaders are in their roles because people have tapped them on the shoulder, promoted them, and saw their potential. Just as I just talked about in John C. Maxwell's excerpt of his book, talking about developing them in a deeper way. So those, a lot of times they're just put in these opportunities, which are absolutely fantastic. They didn't have to prepare a lot. They are actually basically interviewing on the job. And if my girl is out there, we just talked about that, how she says that every day she shows up at work, it's an interview. So that's a whole nother topic that I can talk on as far as alive, but it's true. So they've already been interviewing based on how they're working, but not the formal interview and not the formal applying. So they're thinking that, oh my gosh, it's not the same. So it's a struggle. And it's a struggle that arises when they have all this type of expertise and their experience, and they have defined their successful careers, but they're not sure about how do I now apply it in my job search. Even a more seasoned leader, the more unexpected this challenge becomes. And so as we think about the whole landscape of how job search has changed so drastically from when they first began their career to maybe 15, 20 years later, it's totally different. It's not the same landscape. And so therefore, they have to think differently. So the demand is still there. However, it's going to take a little longer because as you go up the ladder, there are fewer opportunities. So understanding the unique struggles that you have is going to be key. So then let's talk about what I love this one, the identity crisis. So let's talk about that real quick. So the identity crisis comes in when it often accompanies a senior leader's job search. So if you're thinking about this, a high profile executive who's accustomed to making critical decisions, now they have to face the uncertainty of looking for a job, right? So this transition takes a toll on their psyche, their confidence, and their ability to just get out there because I've been doing this for so long, but how do I now do it for myself? So it's an emotional toll. And so thinking about their success, they start thinking about, okay, now how do I revamp that so that I can get that next opportunity? So to truly grasp the gravity of this struggle, I'm gonna share a story about, I'm gonna call her Jane. Okay, I'm not gonna give you the name, but a Jane. So she was a successful chief financial officer for over a decade, but she found herself unexpectedly in the job market. And there's a lot of turnover that's going over in the tech industry. And yes, this is what happened. And so this whole process of reinventing herself after years of defining success in a specific role was not just a professional challenge for her, but it was deeply personal journey filled with introspection, doubt, and then resilience, because they go through all these different stages of emotion. Like, I am the chief financial officer. I'm at the top of my career and a decade, and now I have to go and look for a job. Yeah, so it's a different thing. And so therefore it's about how do we change that mindset? How do you get prepared? So it is an identity crisis because now you go from a C-suite or senior leader position and down to, okay, I'm now an unemployed job seeker. So let that just rest right there. I am now an unemployed job seeker. So therefore, just that alone can, mess with somebody's mind. And then we're going to talk about adapting to the modern job market because it has changed. And when I talk to a lot of my senior leaders who've been in their roles for a long time and have been climbing up the ladder, it takes a lot because it's not the same thing. And when I look at the resumes that they've sent me, they're still more likely their entry level, or probably their first full career professional, or even their first management resume. And it's like, no, well, I can tell in 2 seconds, like this is not going to get you to where you want to be, where you were before. No. So we have to revamp the whole thing. So the strategy that you once secured your place in a senior leadership role or through the C-suite is not going to be enough in a world that demands digital fluency. So the impact of technology and globalization on the job market is undeniable, and senior leaders must navigate these challenges with agility. Continuous learning and adaptation are not mere suggestions, but prerequisites in order to get and become relevant in the professional market and in the professional modern job search landscape. So, being on LinkedIn, because some of my senior leaders, y'all, are not even on LinkedIn. I'm like, how are you not on LinkedIn? And then they're not sharing their expertise or networking or anything on LinkedIn. That is like the place to be found. So just say, no, no, I not only have to make sure I write up a wonderful LinkedIn profile to showcase their skills, I'm also now coaching on how to optimize it and leverage it for those opportunities. So it goes beyond just writing up the resume or LinkedIn wording and then just saying good luck. No, it's not about that. It's about having a strategy in place to make sure they have everything well rounded to get them to that next opportunity. So, networking, personal branding, and leveraging online platforms are no longer optional, but essential components of a successful job search strategy. Now, hear me well, current and aspiring senior leaders. If you're currently working in your roles right now, and or if you know someone who is listening to me right now, know someone who's not active on LinkedIn, they need to start building their network today. Don't wait. They need to start doing it today and navigating and understanding how to look for a job differently. Even if they're not looking, they still need to know the how. So make sure that they're understanding that. So they have to adapt to the modern job search industry. And of course, I love coaching them. I love teaching them all of those different tips and tricks because it works. But I want them to also to continue that after they've landed their opportunity, continue to be on that platform because you will like to have someone that's tapping you on the shoulder for your next great opportunity, even if you are loving your opportunity where you are today. So that's one of the things. It's definitely something that you have to think about. And here's another one: overcoming age bias. And it's true. So age bias is high in hiring is a pervasive issue, and senior leaders often find themselves on the receiving end of unwanted skepticism. So, so when I think about this, it's not only about just age. So you have to position yourself to have the assets that the organizations are looking for, your skill sets, your abilities. So you have to get out of your mind the fact that you may be an older worker in the workplace. How do you get that out of your mindset and actually start framing the value that you bring? And you may not like what I'm about to say right now, but it is true. If you're still wearing the same 80s or 90s hairstyle, and it goes for men and women, and you're still wearing the same clothes or style from the 80s and 90s, or even the early 2000s for that matter, I would highly recommend that you get a makeover. Now, you do not need to look like you're 20 or 25 or even 30 or even 35, but there is a way that you can look more modern so you don't come across as if you're so aged. I was at a networking event and I was, looking at, around the people, I look at people and I'm always engaging and things like that. And I'm looking, okay, some of these business owners and, who are leaders who are C suite because they're owners, nice companies. And I'm like, well, when I look, I'm like, well, I know it's not always by the way the people look that you want to work with them, but sometimes it's like, how do you attract clients if you're looking like that? So I'm like, no, when you go out in public and you're in front of people, and like my friend even said today, every day is an interview. You want to you want to look as presentable as possible, as presentable as possible. So therefore, if you need a makeover, invest in a makeover. It's okay. Get someone to help you to do that. Okay, so I had to get that out. Okay, then another thing, mentorship with and peer support. One of the clients I talked to today, we were doing not today, it was, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, job search strategy coaching, and pulled up this whole strategy, had everything, and coached her through everything. I said, one of the things that you're missing in all your strategies is that you're not around people who are like you. So I found organizations and everything. I said, you need to go sign up for these conferences, and you need to be in the room, and you need to start talking to these people. You're not around the people who can move you to where you want to be. You have to be in the same room, and getting that kind of mentorship and also having that peer support is going to help you, because around here in this environment, you're not getting it in your current environment. So you have to get out. I said, go look at these organizations, pull them up, and plan to go to those conferences. You need to be in the room, period. That's where you need to be. So that's what a strategy is in order to help them, mentorship and peership. So in the face of all of these challenges, mentorship and peer support emerge as lifelines for senior leaders navigating the job search journey. So building a network that extends beyond professional acquaintances, we got all of those, to genuine mentors and supportive peers who can provide invaluable insights, guidance, and a sense of camaraderie. And sometimes it may not come looking just like you. Yes, sometimes we gravitate to people who look just like us, who move like us, who are in the same circles as us. You need to get out and diversify your mentorship and your peer support group. You just do. Because there's wisdom when you do that, because you have different perspectives. And the broader you're able to bring out your mindset, the more valuable and also more interesting you become as well. And you have more allies for you who can say your name in a room when you're not even present. It can happen. That's why I'm always out. Well, I had the accident, but I love being out. I was so excited to be out this past week, making connections and networking and meeting new people. I had a great session on yesterday where I presented to a whole bunch of HR leaders, met new people, connected with them on LinkedIn. You never know who knows who and who can take you to that next place. So you want to make sure that you do that. So that it's important to actively participate in networking groups, not only in your industry, but in sister industries as well, industries that you may not have even thought of before, because they know people as well, and your skill set can be transferred over there as well. So you have to think through that. Professional organizations. I gave this client a whole bunch of professional organizations. The ones that said, here, I said, you just missed one. It was coming up this week. So we missed that one. I said, but this one in September, I want to see you there. I said, send me the selfies and everything. I want to see you there. But okay, I'm going to do that. Yes, this is what you need to do. So making sure, and also having those mentor and mentee relationships so that you can still, even if it's your same level, don't always think that you have to have a mentor always above you. You will find that some of the most genuine people and mentorship can be the people on the same level as you. And when I'm thinking about technology, it could be somebody younger than you who's more tech savvy than you. So think about, what do you need, and then place the people in those opportunities. And I want to also make sure that you're understanding that mentorship is not say, I'm going to mentor this person because I want a job. That's the wrong frame of mind. You're there to grow and develop, and then make those connections which are genuine, so they can think about you if they're here for something that aligns with what you're looking for. So that's a whole nother strategy that I work with my clients with as well. So it's not just about finding a job, but it's about creating a sustainable support system that will accompany you throughout your entire career. That's what it does. And then we got to talk about the path forward. So as we turn our attention to the path forward, it's time for actionable steps. So what are you going to do about all this information I just gave you? What will you do? So you have to stay proactive, maintain a positive mindset, and embrace change, because these are three non-negotiables as you navigate the C-suite job search jungle. And if you're not currently out unemployed, or you are currently in a role, you still need to make sure you build a strong network. You still need to be preparing for your next and have the option if you want to leave, and not being like, the person I said, Jane, who was unfortunately ousted of their role. High role, money like crazy, but it happens. So it's better to be prepared. Like I always tell people, well, I'm happy in my role. I don't necessarily need a resume or LinkedIn. So I say, better have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Because I've charged many of people rush fees because they've waited to the last minute and they got a great opportunity that they want. And I have to put everything aside to get them ready for it. So prepare now and be rest assured. That's part of me always talking about becoming the CEO of your career. That's what I mean. Being prepared. As a CEO of my company, I make sure I'm doing everything I can to prepare myself for what if. And oh my gosh, it's so many things that can happen, but you never know. So being prepared. Okay, so consider this your roadmap. Seek out resources that can help you. That could be people resources, online resources, as well as paper resources, books, or what have you. Then you think about the different tools. What are some of your tools in your toolbox that you need to advance yourself and make sure that you're ready should you be ousted in your role? Or should you decide that, unfortunately, like what Stacy was saying, toxic, it's time to go. You want to have the option to go when you're ready to go. And then making sure that you know the organizations that you can reach out to and be a part of and paying that small little membership fee so you can meet the people who can help you get your next great opportunity. So making sure that you're looking at those and also join those organizations and being part of those chapters and cohorts that are specifically aligned with you in your role. Not only did I create the strategy for my client, I made sure I pinpointed exactly what she needed to do. That's what she paid me for. I do it all for you. So making sure that you have all of that. So then you want to understand that the job search struggle is not a sign of defeat, but a call to adapt, innovate, and leverage your unique strengths in new and unforeseen ways. It's different out there. You have to be different. You have to position yourself differently. When I said, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to go apply on Indeed," I said, "No, you're not applying on no Indeed. No, we have. I have a strategy for you. We're not doing that. You do it the way that I'm telling you to do it. You will be much more successful." In which they have been, because it's a strategy. It's not, I'm just going to tell you, get on LinkedIn. What? No, we don't do it like that. I don't do it like that. So that's what I really wanted to share with you all. So in conclusion, the job search struggle for senior leaders is undeniably real, but it's also a crucial part of your growth and reinvention. So think about doing something today. Don't wait. As we reflect on the key points that I talked about, please think about what are you going to do? And aspiring leaders, you can do this as well. Prepare yourself. Almost basically surround yourself or put like a hedge field around yourself, making sure that you're developing it properly, that you're always looking at what kind of departments do you need as the CEO? How's your financial department? How's your public relations department? How's your human resources department? How is your learning and development department? And then your work. What are you doing? These are all departments that the CEO has to worry about. How are your departments as you become the CEO of your own career? Get those in order. Have a strategy in place for yourself and make sure that it's a ever evolving one, because as the job search market changed, employees change. And right now, y'all, it's an employee's market. You know how it's about the home buying. It's always either home buyers, a seller's market, or home buyers or buyer's market. Right now, it's an employee's market. If you are strategic, you can definitely increase your wealth through your career if played strategically correctly. Okay. So I want you to make sure you're doing that. So embrace change, leverage your unique strengths, and navigate the job market with resilience. The world needs leaders just like you, experienced, adaptable, and ready to shape the future. And while you're doing all of that, you can earn what you're worth. All right. So the struggle is real, but so is the potential for triumph. So that's why I want to make sure that you all know that and feel good about that and get out there and do it, y'all. You can do it. And if you need any assistance, please, please reach out to me. I'm telling people on the back end. Now, you all go out to my website, irockresidence.com, go to contact us and fill out the form and get on my calendar and book a let's chat call so we can just chat about your great next. And then I have something I'm developing on the back end that I am going to be helping my career professionals even in a deeper level. So I'm not sharing it holistically as of yet, but all of these sessions is going to be leading up to me launching it. And it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait. I'm excited about it. So I have a couple of people already signed up I'm working with. So they're kind of like my betas, some of my betas, and we're going to rock it out at a higher level. And it was so wonderful when I rolled it out. They said, I can't help but say, yes, yes, I want to do this. And I'm going to help them. So again, I thank you all for being with me as always. And again, I am here all the time on second and fourth Thursdays at 7:05. I'm on here on LinkedIn, YouTube, as well as Facebook. And make sure you sign up for my channel. And then go on there and comment because the more you comment, the more people can find me and more people can subscribe. And I always love when you all share the broadcast with your audience as well. So share the broadcast with your audience. And I would love for you all to sign up for my iRock editorial newsletter, where I keep you up to date on what's going on with iRock. And you also get a recap of my videos or what I do. So I would love to help you all. If you need me, please let me know. This is Nicolette Berry, the Get Higher Strategist. Let me go over to my chat to see. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Yep. All right, Stacy, that's good. Every day you show up is an interview. Yep. She had a meeting today and with some of her peers, and they were saying, well, people get stuck and which happens, they get stuck and they become complacent in their roles. And she said, well, wait, not me. Every day I show up as an interview. I'm interviewing every single day because you never know who knows who. And that's true. Every day we show up in corporate America is an interview. That's why it's important not only what you say out of your mouth, how you present yourself, what is your personal brand, but also how you look as well. It's all of that comes in. It's about an interview, how you interview. If you're serious about increasing your wealth through your career, if you're serious, this is what happens. Yep. Let me see. Thank you for putting this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Age bias is a big one. Thank you, Stacey. It is huge. I see it all the time. And that's one of the first questions. I spoke to a potential client yesterday. And she was like, I'm just so scared to get out there because, and she almost tickled me. She said, I'm 50 years old. I'm like, baby, I'm 55. I said, girl, you're a baby. So I'm like, no, but I do understand. I said, no, it's all about the strategy. I need you to get that out of your head. And then we're going to work from there. So no, don't worry about it. But here's the website. Thank you so much for, sorry. Thank you so much, Ian. Ian is on here, my assistant. What's up, Ian? Yep. Ian is also an executive coach. He helps me out with the clients, and he does a lot of business executive coaching. So if businesses are out there who needs organizational coaching for your business, Ian is one because he keeps me all the way together. Yep. So make sure you do that. Oh, look at my thumbs up. I didn't know that did that. Okay. So funny. Oh, what'd you say? I'm here. I am, sir. Yeah, girl. You got this, Stacey. I know what you bring to the table. So you got this. You will be just fine. Again, it is an employee's market. And so when a lot of clients think about, I'm not going to be able to land a job because of my age. No, they're looking now at a lot of seasoned career professionals to put in those roles because they can't fill the roles, and so they are more open to it. So no, and no matter what age you are, if they are finding some warm bodies willing to work, they're excited about it because talent, there's a huge shortage of talent, and so they're searching for you. Yes. Okay, here's the newsletter as well. Subscribe to the newsletter at SendFox. There we go. And you get a free download when you do that as well. Hey, Dahlia, thank you. She said this was on point as usual. I'm so glad that it was helping you because Dahlia is a senior leader herself at her university and she's going up further. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So praying that that comes through for you, Miss Dahlia, who is also my interview prep client. Yeah, whoop, whoop. We can't wait. So I am excited to help you all in any way that I can. So strategies are unique and tailored to you. Don't trust your career to just anyone. Trust your career to someone who has proven success. You can read all my LinkedIn results, and I get more people inboxing me on LinkedIn than anything. And I do appreciate you all doing that. So please reach out to me if you need help. I'm here to help you. And I think I got through all of my comments. And that's it. Okay, you all make it a great rest of your evening. My husband's going to take me out to dinner. We eat out too much, y'all. But anyway, I guess that's when it happens also when you get older. You eat out a lot. So we're going out to eat, and then I will see y'all next week, okay? Have a great rest of your evening. Bye, y'all.